Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Olga and I'm a sketchbook artist. In today's video I'm going to share with you my morning practice, which I call morning doodles. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, it's not the new practice probably because I post every morning story of the sketch I made today. If you are new to my channel, then welcome, and I hope you will be excited to learn about this practice because this is very useful for all the practicing artists. My morning doodle practice was born out of two different practices. One of them you're probably familiar with. It's from the book Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It's called Morning Pages. The idea of this practice is to write something in your journal when you just wake up, and the purpose of that practice is to free your mind and prepare yourself to whatever comes your way, and open some artistic vibes, as I understand that. The second practice was suggested by my art teacher. I studied online 9 or 10 years ago, and it was fun joke practice for the first 12 days of the year. The idea is to draw one picture each day and then write some reflection on the day. And after this practice is done, you can open each reflection at the end of the month and compare if your mood of the certain day is the same as the mood of the whole month, if you did something similar that month which you did that day. So it was just like a joke, but it was actually interesting to practice and then look at those pages throughout the year. At least one thing always came true. I've been drawing for 12 days of the year, and then each month I dedicated some time to drawing as well. These were two practices which I did on a regular basis, and then I realized that I can combine both, and instead of writing some morning pages, I can draw every day. And one year, as I remember, it was 2021, I decided to start my first 12 days of the year, but then I kept practicing it for 3 months. So each morning I practiced these morning doodles. After 3 months something changed and I stopped this practice. I have a video on my channel about this practice, you can watch it too. In December 2024, I decided that I want to practice gouache more. I made a few pictures in the regular technique where gouache is very bold and opaque. And then I bought this art tool kit box and made a set of gouache paints there. And I decided to keep practicing drawing with gouache, but more like in watercolor technique, as well as practicing loose style without any underneath sketch, just with the brush. And that's how my morning doodle practice was reborn. And I'm practicing this from the end of December 2024. Today is June 21st. When I'm recording this video, it's June 21st of 2025, and I'm still drawing on the daily basis. So it's the first thing I'm doing in the morning. Let me tell you about the idea of this practice. What do I expect from this? The main rule is to have no rules. No rules and no limitations. So you want to draw anything, the first thing which catches your eye. You can also draw your window view if you have something interesting behind your window. It can be any stuff. It can be your coffee cup. So every morning you can draw the same thing over and over again. I have lots of interesting corners which I specifically made so that they catch my eye, and whenever I feel bored or I don't know what to draw, I look at that corner and draw whatever I see. Houseplant, some glass jar with the lights, candles, my art tools, my glass of water. I also keep a coffee cup which I brought from the cafe a few months ago. Since then it became my inspiration for many morning doodles. So as I said, the main idea is to draw anything. So you just want to warm up and to start your day with the practice. There shouldn't be no expectations and no criticism towards your art. The goal is to give yourself the freedom to draw something for at least 5 minutes, maximum 30. You don't want to spend much time on this practice. To keep it daily, it shouldn't be very long. The main idea is to leave this 5 to 30 minutes in creative flow. So whatever you want to do, even if you just want to pick up your brush and make a few blobs of color or a few brush strokes, it will also count as a morning doodle practice. No one is going to judge you for whatever you draw, but to make it more meaningful, you can think about the composition. So whenever you draw some elements on your page, you can think about the composition, you can think about harmony, you can make this look pleasant to your eye, and that will be good enough to keep this practice. If you can balance whatever you can put on the page, even if it's just spots of color, you can still create a valuable piece in collaboration with your inner sense of harmony. Don't try to create a masterpiece. I would recommend you to try this practice on a regular basis, preferably in the morning, because it's when we have energy to do something. We're still not tired, but don't force yourself. If morning is your busy time when you need to feed your kids and drop them to school, of course don't force yourself to do it the way I do, because I work in the afternoon, so my mornings are free. My daughter is capable of feeding herself and driving herself to school. My mornings are just for myself. That's why it's easy for me to keep this practice in the morning. But of course there are a few tips how you can help yourself to maintain this practice and don't skip a day. So first of all, what I usually do, I prepare all the stuff before I go to bed. So I put my open sketchbook on the table, I prepare some brushes, I keep it very simple, I put clean water, so nothing can stop me in the morning. And my desk is on the way to the bathroom, so the first thing I see when I get up is my sketchbook and my art materials. And of course, while brushing my teeth, I already start thinking about what I can possibly sketch today. If I come to the desk and I still have no idea what to draw, I just start drawing whatever I can see around. As I said, that could be my cup, it could be my art tools, it could be my view through the window, especially when the sky is covered with clouds. It's very nice in the area, but even if the sky is clear, I have nice view with the hills in the distance. I actually have 2 windows in my room, so it's easy to pick the view. I can look through any of the windows, and I have nice landscape in front of me. In one window I can see hills which are different colors, and a little bit of San Francisco Bay and the hills behind it. So I can choose that view. So while you are looking not at the white blank wall, you can definitely find something to draw. Sometimes I use sketches which I did the day before, or paintings which I did the day before, and I just simplify those paintings in my morning pages. I use the technique which is more loose and more simple. Another tip is to limit your art materials. As I said, I have this palette. It's gouache palette. I will leave you the list of colors which are in my palette in the description below. Of course, it can be your own palette. It's up to you. And as I noticed, actually 6 colors is enough. So I barely use more than 4 colors in one sketch. I also have 2 pencils. I showed it many times. These are my go-to sketching tools when I need to work on the wet medium above the gouache or watercolor. It's Intense Derwent Intense. One is mustard. I use it when I'm drawing some plants, leaves, when I need some light lines. And another one, it's either chocolate or bark. I use it whenever I need the dark lines. Sometimes I use other colored pencils. Mostly it will be colored pencils. Keep your tools simple, prepare it in advance. When you drawing the picture, you can stop anytime. No one will judge you. Don't try to overwork your sketch, so it's just for you. And actually, if you realize that you made some mistake, don't try to fix it right on the sketch. Just leave it, because our mistakes will help us to improve the future pictures as well. You can learn from these mistakes, and next time you can even redraw your previous sketch. So next morning you can do exactly the same picture. You can take the same object and draw it again, fixing this mistake on the separate page. So you don't need to fix it right away. Any practice counts. If the result makes you mad and you don't really like it, you're free to throw it away. There's no rule that you should keep it. I throw away lots of pictures. I don't show it usually, but for the last 10 years which I've been sketching, I completed so many sketchbooks that I don't have space to keep them. I live in a rented apartment, and I probably will move again soon, and I just don't need to hold it. So I still like them. I still like my morning practice sketchbooks, but eventually I will also throw most of the pages. I will keep only the most valuable pieces. So as I said, if the result makes you mad, just throw it away and don't blame yourself for making some bad art. In the end, no one will see, no one will judge you. It's just for you to practice, even if result doesn't satisfy you. So the practice still counts. A little bit about the sketchbooks. When I just started this practice, this time, half of a year ago, I decided that I'm not going to buy any new sketchbooks. I will use the ones which I already have at home. The ones which I didn't like at some point, the ones which don't satisfy my other artistic needs. So I have lots of sketchbooks. I have handmade sketchbooks, I have ready-made sketchbooks. I have one sketchbook which I didn't like that much, so I threw almost half of the pages away trying to understand how to draw in it. But eventually it became my good companion for the morning practice, because it turned out that it's actually good for quick gouache washes. Let's see which sketchbooks I actually used this time. First of them is Pentalic Nature Sketch. I love this paper. I bought this sketchbook because last time I practiced morning doodles for 3 months, I was actually drawing in this type of sketchbooks. So what was wrong with this? It's the size. I didn't draw anything else in this sketchbook because it's too small for me. And it's too small, it has wire bind. So for my regular practice, it doesn't work. But when I started my morning doodles, first I decided that it's just enough size for me to draw something. In this sketchbook, I covered the whole page with color. So whatever I sketched in it was for the full page. And the focus was on composition. So how do I put my objects here? What color do I use? So some simple sketches. You can flip through of this sketchbook. Then this sketchbook was done. I found the one which I didn't like, the one which I told you about. It's a small premium sketchbook. It's a very cheap one. I think on Amazon it costs about $9. It can be in different sizes. This one is A5, and I know that there is the bigger one. This sketchbook was recommended by my artist friend. She really loves this sketchbook because it has perforated pages, and for her technique it works very well. She draws with the pencil and with light wash of watercolor. I didn't really like how colored pencils work on this paper. I tried different medias. I tried watercolor, I tried colored pencils, but it didn't work for me that way. But for light washes of gouache, it works very well. And already in this sketchbook, just when I started, I thought that I'm going to keep practicing on one page only, like I did in the previous one. But then I realized that I want more freedom. So I started covering the whole spread. And then I started leaving lots of white space. So it also counts as the composition practice. And you can see I drew lots of similar compositions and similar objects, because I want to have this practice as simple as possible. And then the first one, it's Art Creation by Royal Talents. It's also A5 format, and this sketchbook I dedicated to morning practice completely. So there are no other pictures, not even any test page. Just in the beginning I put the color palette and wrote that it's morning doodles. But all these pages covered with my morning practice. After I finished that sketchbook, it was the end of May, I decided not to get the whole sketchbook for morning practice, but instead I practiced in my A4 Art Creation. I put a few pictures on the same page, a few practices on the same page, after I ran out of that paper too, I took unexpected option. Let me show you. After I finished my bigger art creation, I found that gouache actually works well on this colored pencil journal. So it's color pencil paper by Strathmore. I like this format. Again, it's simple. In this sketchbook, I'm drawing just one simple object. What I'm going to do next after this sketchbook is done, I have another art creation, which is pretty small, but still it would be good enough for my morning practice. If I open it, it will be even bigger than my first one, so it will be enough. And probably I'm planning to practice vertical composition in it, because you can open it horizontally or vertically, it's up to you. And I like to flip through my sketchbooks in the same orientation, so I will be drawing vertically most likely, but we'll see. I still have a few pages in my current sketchbook, which I will run out in 2 or 3 weeks, and then I will start this one. I don't know how long I will be practicing this. My goal is to complete 365 days, so I'm planning to do it at least till the end of this year. I'm still drawing every day, so after that practice I'm drawing something in my other sketchbooks. I draw lots of things on location. I draw some other projects which I don't even show, but for this practice I think I want to keep it at least for 1 year, and we'll see. Whenever you're stuck at your art practice and you don't know what to do next, you can try this simple practice such as morning doodles for a few weeks, for a few days, for a few months, while you cannot figure out what will be next. You can do something simple. You will still contribute into your artistic practice, and it will help you to maintain this practice. Whenever I don't know what to draw, I just simply start doing my color swatches. I have a huge box of watercolors. I like to mix my colors. I like to create color palettes. So whenever I feel stuck, I just mix in the colors, and I still count it as painting practice. So you know that first, when we just learn to draw, we learn how to draw it properly. So we have that idea in our head that we have to follow the rules. So we have to learn to draw with proper shades, proper shadings, proper form. So we need our picture to look very realistic. But with time, you start to develop your own style, and it really depends on your practice. I feel that right now I'm going there I meant to be, so I finally ready to express myself in my sketches the way I always wanted, but I didn't know how. And now I can tell you that it's because of all these practices which we keep doing on the regular basis. If you start doodling with just pencil or charcoal, so you will see that maybe that's the way you want to go next. Or try some new technique. You don't need much time to start doing whatever you want. You can try it. If you don't like it, you can drop it and try something else. I actually wrote some reflections. When I've been practicing for about 5 months, I realized that I feel kind of stuck because I felt bored of the objects which I'm drawing regularly. And then I wrote some notes for myself. I will try to translate it because I wrote it in Russian. I wrote that after my birthday, which was at the end of May, I can transform my morning doodles. Whenever I feel stuck and don't know what I'm going to draw, I can choose one object and draw it every day. Like this paper cup. I can draw it every day. Every day it will look differently. I can draw it in different sketchbooks. For example, I hold different sketchbooks with different types of paper. I have watercolor paper, mixed media paper, and some brand-made sketchbooks like this one, Moleskine. And it has very smooth paper. So if you draw the same thing in different styles every day in different sketchbooks, it will give you a good idea what you like more and which way you do want to go. Or another idea which I wrote here was to collect a few days on the same spread. You can take a bigger sketchbook and each day just draw one thing in different styles, in different medias. It can be the same thing, but in different styles and different medias. So that's another idea which I will probably use later when I get bored. Yeah, that's it for now. I hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, please write it in the comments below. If I get lots of questions, I will just record another video answering them. So it was unusual experience for me. I'm not new to speaking to the camera when I don't see my audience, because I was teaching online for 2 years and I'm teaching algebra and geometry. So you can imagine the group of students with black screens and I need to explain them something. So I spent 2 years teaching black screens. If you found it useful, please give me some feedback. I would be happy to hear that. And see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.